Okay. So talk. No. It's just like an interview style. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You tell me like what do you already know? So you're looking at this Facebook stock, and what do you see? Like what? Give me your ideas. You're looking at it for the first time right now.
So we're on a daily time
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah. And if you have questions about the UI, like buttons and stuff, just ask.
Okay. What do I see? I see an all-time high, all-time, or not all-time, but based on the daily, we're looking at like 2021, 2022. It's been Facebook had like a little run up until September or October, and then it peaked, and then it started going downwards, getting a little bit choppy, all the way through like February 2022, and then it gapped down, probably after some type of event, and then gapped down, got back up a little, but then started to sell off a little bit more. It's been the lowest it's been since COVID hit.
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
much it.
Cool. So here, I'll give you. I'll go through it now, and I'll tell you what I see. So
Mm-hmm.
first off, I'm gonna go to auto, so it adjusts the chart as I'm scrolling through it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're looking. We're gonna see. Let's get the support line at the bottom, just right off the bat. Let's do that. You
What did you
see,
press for that?
I grab this, and then I come
Horizontal
down
line.
horizontal line, and there's a shortcut key for it too. This command button, and then hit H.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just plot it. I have the magnet on, so it will automatically grab towards the edges.
Okay.
Magnet's right there.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see with this mic in there? Smooth. Yeah, we're good. Um, okay, so what you're seeing here is basically 137. So we're closer to support than we are to resistance. Okay, moving forward, massive gap. Right there, that's the first thing I see when I open up this chart. That's why I wanted to do Facebook instead of anything else we looked at. We see huge gap. Like 80% of the time, if not all the time, these gaps are going to get filled.
What does that mean?
This is a gap. Uh, it's going to get filled, and getting filled means like what you saw here. This gap got filled. It's like when you have a hole, and then later on in the future, it comes back up and fills in that price. So you'll
Okay.
get action up here. That's almost all. That's almost like always happens. There's got to be some huge event, which there could be. Like, but let's look. So on mine, I have these, which is the earnings, or if they have splits, things like that, reverse splits. So let's see. There's earnings report that came out. Their surprise was 4%. Um, this actually looks fine to me. So they must have said something in that press release or their statement that was terrible, like a terrible forward-looking forecast. So that means that we have to read it. And I have a tool that we can use. I call it F&P watch list. I've shared it with you before. It's Google Sheet. We'll look at it and it pulls the financials. It pulls the statements that they said during the shareholder meeting, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's ignore that for now. We'll come back to it. We're only looking at the TA for now.
Okay.
But we got to remember that will supersede the TA a little bit, even if we see something good, because it could just stay down here if something happened, like we're splitting the company or something. Okay. So ignoring that, there could be some event here. We're going to say, okay, probably going to gap up. So is now the time to buy it, or do I keep waiting longer because I don't want my money tied up? So how do we guess that? We, for one, will pull up different time frames. So we see here, this is actually pretty decent support. So the way that I look at support is like, and I didn't say this in that last video I sent you, but I should have. Support's not a perfect straight line. It's like a band. So
It's a zone.
it's like, yeah, it's a zone. So your support is here, is where it starts, but it's coming down to here as well. right?
Yeah.
And this whole range here. It could stop anywhere in here. They probably won't buy it immediately when it hits this, but this will be where it slows down if it starts dumping, right? So this is pretty decent. Um, okay, so go back to the other time frame now. That's all we need to see for that. Okay, so one thing I'll do for this on a pretty big move like this is we're going to get a fib up at the top, and there's like some choice when it comes to that. So your fib won't be exactly everybody else's fib. So you're aware you got new people, you got I got a computer that writes it for me, so everybody will do it a little bit different. So you'll drag down to like here. You can see it came up to 236 fib, which is fine, but it's pretty weak for a reversal. Usually you see like 382 or you see 618. Um, I think when it fills the gap, it probably come up to 618, but this is hard to tell when it's finally going to pop back up. I think what we would want to see is like some catalyst event. Like what I see here is this earnings report coming up. You want to think about like what do you hear in the news, just in your everyday life. I think what's hottest right now is probably their virtual reality. They're really pushing that hard. So when we read through their guidance, we're going to want to see what they're talking about for the goggles. I think they might be losing money on goggles, but they're getting brand name out, so there's probably some good plan there. And we want to see like how does that plan line up with the chart that we're looking at.
Okay.
Really, really like there's nothing happening here. I would actually just wait. I want to wait to see it. Like this is a huge range. So say it comes up through 250, I would just chase it because it's going to fill the whole thing. And probably it'll go like 308 on the high end. So if you chase at 250, you got a huge amount of money. This is a huge range. Chasing is fine here.
Chasing the breakout
Yeah, chasing the breakout is
because it's going to get filled in the gaps.
there's a lot of range. So you see it, you set an alert, watch it here. It comes here, it continues. You're slow to react. You pop it here, say 260. You finally get in, and then you're riding it to 285. That's decent. We can see. So I turn off the magnet so I can get wherever I want. Say you get it at 2 PS, say you get it at 261. And then you ride it to 285. That's 10%. Okay. What questions do you have? We've been talking a lot.
No questions right now.
Clear?
Yep.
So this is all I would really do. I would put it. I'd throw Facebook on my watch list. I wouldn't buy it yet. I mean, for sure, I'd have to read through the earnings report.
But you're talking mainly like swinging this, right?
Yeah, because on this thing, the most attractive thing here is this.
Okay.
That's by far the best risk reward. Like if you're trying to just trade chop right here, you could. Like there's like probably there's like some thesis that could be made saying, oh well, let's just trade it in this range. Buy when it's here, sell when it's here. Okay, but if you end up missing the breakout from here to here, that 10%, you're going to be done. Because trading from here to here, you won't get it from tip to the bottom every time. It's a mistake in my opinion. What else do you want to see? Give me some stocks that you're looking at.
AMD, Apple.
Let me kill this stuff. Well, how do I? Okay, so what do you see when you look at it? First off, do you see anything, or do you want me to jump into it?
Um, making higher highs, and then it's been choppy for the past like couple months.
I'm looking at this chart and I'm not seeing anything immediately. I'm seeing that it's been going up very high for a long time. It's like having its pullback. Typically here, like at this like mid-range 50 RSI, you'll see some RSI is purple line, the red and blue. The red and blue is it's hard for you to see, huh? This line RSI, these lines are stock RSI. Okay, so coming back, basically, this is a risky buy. It's been going up for a long time, hasn't had a pullback. On the bigger time frame, it's coming down. On the daily time frame, the RSIs are coming down. And what I'd be looking at now is, okay, it's kind of started to go down, and then you'll look at the volume and try and pair it up, right? So green bars are when it's gone up, red bars are when it's gone down. What you're looking, an orange line here is the average volume for the previous 9 days. So are the green candles higher than average? Are they high volume? Were a lot of people trading it while it was going up? When it was red, is it low volume or high volume? Were a lot of people trading it when it was going down? That is important. So what you see is it's there's no difference really.
Yeah.
Like it's just been the same the whole way through. There's not a great trade happening here, in my opinion. I think what you could do is like with a slight bear bias, you could trade the range like this, like what you were talking about for Facebook. You can trade like short here, long here, but
That's risky.
have more of your size on the short. Yeah, there's probably a better opportunity than this.
Yeah. Mainly, you don't want to be trading in chop or.
But we can look like here. I mean, if chop is huge, then it's fine. So we'll see.
But what's the risk to reward here for these?
20%.
Would these be better like day trading? Because we're looking at daily, right? Weekly, it seems like it's kind of.
It depends.
Choppy.
Like today's daily, so you'll see like this is the daily, and you'll see it's 20% range from top to bottom. That means that if you're coming in here, you're losing like 3%, and then you'll probably be losing another 3%. You're still over 10% on these trades. Maybe trading these daily candles could be pretty good. I actually like this. You got a dividend coming out. Dividend is a catalyst. I mean, leading up to dividend, you probably go up.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to find out when is the date that you get it.
May 6th, payment May 12th.
Okay, so they'll record you on the 6th. So leading up to the 6th, yeah, probably start going up a little bit. And this could be an interesting buy to long it here a little bit. Like do a first leg as soon as market opens, and then but don't completely fill up however much you want. Like you could do like 25% of how much you actually want on Monday when it opens. And then if it goes down to here, then add more. And then if it goes up, then you can add, right? But don't do it all at once.
Split it in thirds.
Split it up, yeah, or fourths. And then just write it to the top.
Yeah. That's pretty good resistance right there.
I think so. And even if it does break it, you still did pretty good. And that's the important piece. You just risk reward. Okay,
so when Monday opens, we're not even sure if it's going to gap down there or go down.
Yeah, it might not.
Because dividends, it might go up.
One thing that I'm seeing though is you see the candles. There's like these huge wicks. Look at the side that the wicks are on. The wicks are
getting trapped.
Yeah.
So bulls are trying to get it up.
There's just wicks on the tops, like big wicks on the tops. That means that it went up and then dropped down to here.
They're getting lower highs too. You can see the trend, right?
If you look at the tops, that's absolutely true.
I'm just looking at the wicks. The bulls are getting trapped out. And today, the last wick here, it looks like bearish presence is coming, but
Yeah.
we don't know.
So
Maybe Monday.
right. So bear bias though, is what I'm saying. So if you're gonna trade it, keep like perspective. You'll keep in mind that it's been going up for a long time without any
Yeah.
pull down. So your risk to reward will be slightly bear bias. Okay, so that's a pretty good setup. I actually might try and trade that later. Okay, what else do you want to see?
Tesla.
Okay, the weekly is telling me probably coming down. Probably coming down. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. But if you think about it, Netflix dropped. Amazon just had a $4 billion loss for the first quarter.
Yep.
Netflix is doing layoffs. Other companies probably do layoffs too as these earnings come out. You saw Facebook. That was a terrible drop for Facebook as well. So that's the trend right now. Okay. So with that in mind, oh, and look at this daily. Okay, this is something that I've picked up. You see where the RSI is at, that purple line? Might be a bit hard to see. Let me see if I can highlight it or something. Okay, it's right there. It's this purple line. When the purple line gets below this, like into here, it picks up speed fast. Like you'll get a big drop if it's coming down here. Same for the up here. Like right here, up here, let's just look. You'll see that it probably picked up speed. Yeah, look at that. Right when it crossed that line, look at the candle. It gapped. That happens often. That's the zone right where it picks up speed and it moves fast. So if this continues to drop into this zone here, you're gonna see it move quick. Like you saw this too. This probably during that day was in this zone here, but it did come back up. But you got that fast move. But then it ended up closing high. So your RSI ended up closing higher. It didn't end up closing in that zone. Could come back down. That'd be pretty bad. One thing that could save it is the self RSI moves quicker than this RSI. So this is probably going to have to reset and come back up a little bit before this RSI drops down lower than that. That's the order of events. Okay, moving to other time zones just to make sure we don't miss anything. There's nothing strong here to tell me.
Yeah, it's just so choppy.
Dips get bought up, but if you see like volume's just kind of average,
Nothing's going on yet.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Even the daily looks pretty choppy.
Yeah, I would be really interested in shorting Tesla. I think everybody always is, but usually.
Wait, why? Oh, you think it's gonna go lower?
I think there's risk of it.
It looks like it's just in a huge range right now.
Well, I think it's going to come back up a little bit.
Any events?
I think it's going to come back
up
a little bit, but I think like the next move that will make it worth trading is it will drop.
Well, there is some bearish presence here. Volume
Here, so
higher than usual.
Let's try and drop some stuff and see if it's following anything. We'll throw like a pitchfork on it.
What the hell is a pitchfork?
So this is just a trend line, but then it's multiple trend lines using like the Fibonacci sequence to plot where are those trend lines at. So these are standard deviations away from this line. So this is 1, 2. That's it. So not following the pitchfork though. It's actually dropping down. So it was growing quicker in the past, and now it's going slower. So that's not great for people who want to long it. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not great. Okay,
This does not look like a good swing.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The better
I think
option is
people are
waiting to
just
short.
day trading this.
Better option is to short for sure. You want to see crypto stuff?
Yeah.
More chop, yeah.
Doesn't look good either.
Higher lows. Only
There
gonna-
was higher
But if you
high
look at
and then
the-
a sell.
But if you look at the RSI though, it's downtrending. So that's not great. This is
No, that doesn't look good at all.
with the exception of the Facebook trade, none of these are obvious trades. So I would just stay away from all of them. I'm looking for obvious trades.
Yeah, like the most highest probability setups, right?
Yeah, and I want them to be obvious because I want them to be obvious to guys like you. I want them to be obvious to me. I want them to be obvious to like my dad. I want them to be obvious.
You don't want to like stare at it and like start putting like your own opinion. Like, I'm trying to make it work.
I want like lots of different perspectives to line up.
Yeah,
Because then I know
it
there's
needs to
going
be
to be a lot of buyers.
noticeable.
Because I'll know there's going to be a lot of buyers for it then. And what I'm seeing here is that there's not a whole bunch of stories saying, oh, it's going to go up or oh, it's going to go down. There's not a bunch of stories saying the same thing. I see a bunch of different stories saying different things.
How long do you usually swing things for?
I don't really, I don't have a preference.
Like for Facebook, like when you were getting, how long would you do that for?
I don't know.
Probably just until the earnings thing hits.
How long it takes until my opinion changes of what I'm seeing.
Well, no, you gotta have a profit target, right? Like
I do.
you gotta
I'd be
thesis.
selling.
Okay, so
I'd be
our
selling
thesis
here.
here is what?
It's going to
Is
fill
that
the gap.
It's gonna fill the gap. What's our entry?
Well, unless I see different happen, I'd chase
Dude,
it.
it gapped up right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be tough going in Monday.
I'm not saying going Monday.
No, I'm not saying. I'm trying to say like going into Monday how
No,
it's gonna.
I'm saying
react.
don't enter it until it
It looks like it's choppy-ish.
I'm saying the gap is huge. But don't buy it until it starts to fill the gap. Don't buy it early.
So, wouldn't you have like an entry in mind already? Like what you think you're gonna come into? Like you said, right before the gap starts, so it would be like right here.
Yeah, so you'll probably catch it at 261.
Will you get faked out?
Then you get faked out and you cut it. Or you see what it looks like if you get faked out. I'd probably cut it here.
Is there a resistance right here?
Say I get in at 250.
Yeah.
I cut at 230. If it breaks 230, I cut it. I doubt it though. Look at the RSI. Facebook is an obvious trade.
So here, one thesis, it could break this resistance right here.
Which one?
The one right here.
Here, take it.
You could break this resistance right here and then use it as a new support.
235.
And then what if it starts getting choppy right here to fill the gap?
It's a big time frame. It probably will.
Yeah.
It's not going to go straight up. I'm telling you.
I don't know if I really swing that.
All right. Well, it's an obvious trade.
Well, you can draw it out. I mean, like, right? You can draw your.
Well, I don't know the timing of it because I don't know when it will break. That's the
Dude, I mean, the problem here is just you have to wait to see.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I think I want to like day trade. I don't know if like my personality has the patience for like all this. Well, I'll do swing trading, but it's like
You have to get faster at looking at these charts if you want to day trade.
have you ever scalped?
I've done all of it, man.
Okay. Do you like scalping?
It's been like 11 years.
Since you scout?
No, it's been like 11 years of me trading. I've done all of it.
So what do you like? What is your personality like?
I like obvious trades. I look at everything, and this is the most obvious trade. I like this one right now.
Okay, you don't even care if you're day trading or swinging.
No,
It's like whatever is obvious.
I've been telling you that every time you ask me, you're like, "Are you a day trader? Or are you a swing trader?" I said,
What do you
"Dude,
do?"
whatever. It doesn't matter to me." I have some I traded Himax from like $1 to like.
Well, I guess yeah. I would swing too, but I guess my point is that like I don't know if this is like an obvious swing for me. You know, I mean,
What's not obvious about it? There's nothing saying down further. Are you talking about this gap?
I'm just seeing a lot of chop, like look, chop, gapped, chop, and I feel it's gonna be
Okay, this is not chop, man. This is like what you're saying is chop is probably like let's see. So that's 18%. That's not chop.
like short term. Oh well, this is daily. Okay,
This isn't chop.
range bound.
What? It's not even range bound. Let me show you range bound. And you can trade range bound.
But you don't want to be trading chop.
Uh, I mean,
Okay, like right there. This is chop, right?
I traded here. I would trade here. What else would I trade? No, that's it. Here I traded. Yeah, and I did trade it. I traded with Anthony here in this zone.
Really?
Yeah. I traded here with him. It broke out, and we actually were in a long when it broke out. So like we did hold it, and it was options. So this spike down didn't kill us. So that was a good trade. And then here I just stopped. I guess it could have been better. It kept going forever. But that's
Okay, so I guess
that's
like
range bound, or that's range bound.
what I mean. Let's talk about like what your ritual is, like your routine is. Like, how do you? So you have a watch list, right? Like, well, what's your routine like to like look for a probable trade?
I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean? What's my routine for a probable trade? Right now I just think of something like the war, the Russia war. I think, okay, what's their imports? What is their exports? What's going to slow down as a result of the war? Like, where's money going to change? Like, what's the change from this?
Are you looking for things that will move, like news that will make markets move to catch trends and stuff?
Yeah.
What is sector rotation?
Oh, it's like what's hot.
Are you doing that?
No.
See, I want to know like what your style is. Like, are you looking for things that are hot?
I'm looking for
Like, what is your mindset
I'm
coming
looking
in?
for volume and volatility, but it's not like that. It's more I want to get a good idea, like a good idea, not because of TA, but I want to get a good idea because like I was talking to somebody at work or I was reading.
So you basically you're coming up with your own ideas to come into like to see what you want to trade.
and I know a lot of people who trade, so a lot of people will message me and they'll say, "Hey, did you hear about this?
Okay.
What do you think about this?"
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, for example, your friend might be like, "Hey, check out the oil sector; it's making moves right now." So, would you go there?
They'll usually what will happen is they'll be like, "Hey, what do you think of this particular stock, or what do you think about this particular crypto?" And then I say, "Okay, I'll take a look. What are you thinking of it? Why do you want me to check?" And then later on, I'll just check later, and I'll say, "Oh, okay, I'll look at it." Basically, what I just did with you, I asked you, what do you want to see?" And then I'll look real quickly. And if I don't see anything like this, I say, "Hey, it doesn't look great. I don't know what to do with this."
Okay, so tell me how your trading style or the way you do pick up your trades are different from other people. Let's say who are like
I don't know how other people do
moving
it.
for like. Okay, so like sector rotation, what's hot, right? Is that a fair like strategy for people to come like, okay, I want to trade something, I want to see what's hot, so I can catch moves.
I don't see
The
why
most
not.
volatility.
Yeah,
But you're saying that you come up with your own ideas, or people share with you, and then you'll look into it.
yeah. I don't know. Like that's a good idea. Maybe I'll start trying to do that, but I just don't do it now.
I mean, I know, but I'm asking you, like, does it make sense though? What that
No,
means?
yeah, it makes sense, but I'm not an expert in every industry.
So let's say like tech is like being is like not making a lot of moves,
Mhm.
and then they're saying like, oh, green sector is making moves, so
I don't see the benefit in following
like hype.
industries because you're not an industry analyst. I'm not either. So what you're like, what's your edge there? Find your edge. Like you work in.
So you're not like mastering like one or two stocks that you're comfortable. Do you have your edge, like your go to where like you trade a lot, or is it just like you're coming up with ideas on your own and looking into it and then taking the trades?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not.
Like what have you been doing for the past 11 years? Is what I'm trying to know.
I'm not an expert in any sectors. So
Or any
so I
stock.
don't
Like,
limit myself. I don't say, oh, you know what, this is airplanes. I don't really know airplanes, so I'm not going to trade it.
Okay.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying, uh, tell me what's the idea. So the idea might be they just had their battery problem, right? So now I'm looking.
Right.
So now I saw it in the news, and I'm looking at the chart. Okay, how is this going to change? And now I'm reading through. I'm reading articles. Okay, let's get knowledgeable about airplanes. Okay, I know. Oh, I know some engineers who work at Boeing. Let me send them a message and see what can they share with me. What? How should I get smart about what's going on? What should I read? What should I learn? Okay, and then now I'm educated about airplanes a little bit. And then now I'm looking at the chart and I'm saying, okay, I see this and I see the executive saying this. These things line up. Oh no, it's full of shit. Okay, probably more down.
Okay, I think there was like a term for those like different types of traders, right? Like discretionary traders, non-discretionary, right? There's like algo.
I know quant. I don't know.
So what are you? You're a non-discretionary trader.
I have no idea what you're asking me.
Okay.
I don't. You're like going a lot of by the book stuff, and I didn't do that. I started trading when I was like 18, so a lot of it is just like by experience.
All right. So basically, you know what price action is, right?
Yeah.
So are you a price action trader? Meaning that do you look at the charts, look at the price action volume, and then like base your opinions on where things are going to go? Because it seems like you're more of like you take news or you take ideas from other people or yourself and you build information from that and then you go in and you're like an investor type of
I don't think you're
mindset.
listening.
What do you mean?
I think. Okay. First off, what I've showed you here is not going to be real time because these charts aren't live. It's Saturday night. Okay. If we were trading crypto, which is open right now, look, let's see. Here, let me go on my phone. You know, what I'm going to do on my phone, I'll show you. And then,
Because I don't know like how other people trade. Like if I just hear you trade, like the way you look up information, look for trades, like
look, so you see here. All right, so you can this thing see it too.
it's
I'm on
backwards.
Telegram. I'm on Telegram. I type in /best on a bot. It shows me the top 5 performers in crypto. See that?
Okay.
Okay. So is there anything moving? Not really. Okay. So let's go here. I also got like this heat map.
Heat map.
Yeah. I'll show you. Okay. So I'm gonna come here. This is something I made. I'm gonna go because you want like quick trades now, right? That's what you're interested in.
I'm trying to find like what's my. I'm just trying. I'm like open to things, but I'm trying to
Okay.
find out like where I'm comfortable with, like what's my style is.
So
What I'm comfortable with. I don't know if like your idea. I don't want to like copy or anything, but I don't know if like your idea, the way you approach your trading is going to be the same as mine. Like maybe I like day trading more than swinging. Maybe I like, like
you have to learn
or
TA more. Like if you want to day trade, you got to learn TA.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But I know I really enjoy like I have an interest for like price action. I like looking at the chart. It's like charting out like support resistance.
Okay, so let's talk about that then. Okay, so if you are going to do TA, then what you need to do
Wait, are you? Let me hear your opinion on TA. Like what?
Then let me talk.
All right,
Chill
go
out.
ahead.
Okay, here's what you're looking at. This is a dashboard. It's the top 100 cryptos in the market by market cap.
Okay.
So this is a table or a chart, and it's the 7-day price movement as a percentage by the 24-hour price movement as a percentage. So what you're looking at is long ways, right? That's the 7-day. Up and down is the 24-hour. So what this is telling you is if it's here, everything is down today, and it's down on the week as well. If it's here, it's up today, but it's down on the week. If it's here, it's up today and down and up on the week. And if it's here, it's up on the week, but it's down on the day. What you typically see on this is it rotates like this. It just goes in a circle. Okay? You get outliers like this, right? We're not really looking for those. I mean, we are. If we get it, it's great. But what you're using is this. This is where the market's at. This is sentiment. That's all that stuff. So right now, we're down on the week and we're down on the day. That's not good. It's so short
Yeah.
for now.
The whole market's like this right now, right? Everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to see some stuff pop up, and then as soon as you start seeing stuff pop up, you know, oh, we're doing good now. Okay, let's find some longs. When it's in this area where it's down on the day and down on the week, it won't stay here that long. I don't trade here because I know that at any point I'm going to get liquidated. Okay, so but let's say we are trying to trade. We're being stupid, and we're trying to trade anywhere. I'm looking at near because it's breaking away from the pack, and it was one of the worst hit on this weekly. So it's down. It's one of the worst hit on the weekly, but it's starting to pick up on the daily. So I'm going to look at near,
Okay.
and this is going to be my short term, right? This is going to be my short term trade. This is a bad chart. So you see,
It's down.
it's catching a little bit. Oh, but look at this RSI. RSI is low. Volume started dropping down as it was dropping fast as heck. RSI is here. Stock RSI is here. It's close to bottom here. It may be bottom.
It's oversold, right? So it's a good time to buy.
So I'm going to come here and I'm going to look at the hourly, and I see the hourly is super low. Okay, but I see that it came up on the stock RSI. You could load a little bit here, like a quarter of what you want here, right? And let me do this because if we're going to keep talking, and then you can look later and you can see how did this play out. Is he full of shit or not? What color should we do? Let's say, oh, you know what? Let's do, there's some button here that says green versus, long position. Oops, I just know two things. Yeah, I'd stop way sooner than that. Where'd I go? Shit, I don't know, because there's a super long way to fall. I guess I'd get a fit on it. Yeah, I mean, if I was trading, I'd enter a little bit here, sure, for a quick trade. No, I wouldn't. I'd want to see the 5 minute drop back down the RSI. I'd want to see RSI drop down here. So what I would do is I'd set an alert. Add alert on RSI. I'm looking for right here. Add alert 29.17. It's there. It's going to beep on my phone. I'm going to look at the chart again, see what it looks like. We need a bigger range. Like crack this, and I'll cut it. What's the loss on that? 4% loss, 17% gain. I'm gonna say pull it up to here though, and I'll cut it. 20% versus 4%. Yeah, I would. You could cut here too. I don't know what that would be. 10%. So you're looking at 10% or 20% on the up if you're right, and you're looking at 4% loss on the down. So I'd wait a little bit because it's popping up from a pullback. I mean, you could go a little bit here. I guess if I was day trading, maybe I do a little bit and I just average down if it does pop up into here again, which means it's probably getting to here. Yeah, that'd be my day trade. Are you following on that? Does it make sense?
You're thinking it's gonna pop back up?
Yeah, to here or to here.
What's your worst case scenario? What's it gonna do if it
I'd cut.
your thesis?
I'd cut.
Okay, like if you cut, but like if it doesn't go your way, what do you think it's gonna do? Like, are you formulating on that at all?
If it was going to go bearish,
What are the other options?
there's no support, so I don't know how far down it would go. If it breaks this, it's going to drop like a rock.
There's no support.
Look,
Wait. So there's no support, and you think it's gonna pop back up
yeah,
because of your RSIs,
yeah.
your indicator.
Look at how long it's been going down with no
Well,
rebound.
let's see. There's support on the daily. Is there any like a hard support?
No, but here's the thing. Look, there's okay. So we got to add an indicator. You're like I feel like I'm adding too much stuff for you to be looking at now, but this is volume weighted moving average. Okay. It usually taps against this as it goes. You see, that's always tapping on it, right?
Yeah.
It hasn't tapped it, and it's super far away. Like it's like common sense. It's got to hit that again.
Oh, like for basically the VWAP acts as a resistance and support.
It is volume weighted moving average. It's similar to VWAP, but it's not the same. It's a moving average.
It's a moving average.
Yeah, you're saying price. Right.
Okay. Well, yeah. Even the moving average, it acts like a support and resistance because on the way up, you see it's touching the.
VWAP's not as smooth. It's more smooth.
Okay. So you're saying it has to hit up the.
I'm not saying it has to, but like if it doesn't,
there's a probability it should.
Yeah.
Okay, man, draw it out. Let's see how it goes.
I did.
We'll check it back up later. It's
All right,
fine.
Check it in a little bit. All right, so you got your two ideas, okay? You got your Facebook, and now you have your short term, and you can see how both play out and see what if you like either one. Let's call it.